Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm doing alright. I did get the news, Rogue. Alright, so I have had this thing for well, this has been out for almost a year. I think this came out November of last year. Uh, we are finally getting around to putting together the last of these. Finally. This whole thing turned out to be something of a want, not a need. But it's okay. It's alright. It's fine. It's cool. Yeet! There we go. Alright. There is exactly one more for us to put together, and it is this baby. This is the Riptide Battlesuit. We already have one. Twitch shirt. I know. Oh god. Wait a minute. Hold on. That's right. The camera's not so low that you can't see the shirt. I guess if I sit up straight the whole time, if I get the camera any lower, it picks up the actual computer itself. So, you know, whoops! Well, I am multi-streaming, so I guess there's that, if nothing else. Also, my dashboard is being silly again. Alright, hold on, just a second. You should all be able to still hear me while I go and pick up the other Riptide. Now, it does not have one of its weapons currently on it because this thing is magnetized. Let me see if I can find the danged thing. Actually, hold on just a moment. Danged thing. Turn into paw bear. Aha, there you are. Wait, no. These are for the ghost kill, I think. Yes, these are for the ghost kill. Well, it's around here. Aha! Alright. That's what this baby's supposed to look like. Is it supposed to be blue or is it more purple? It's purple. If it's looking blue, that's because of the green screen. Alright. This baby has a couple of modes to it. It has the one you usually go with, I understand, is the Gatling gun. Super Gatling gun. For mowing down especially light, but medium infantry as well. It's pretty good. Turns out it's pretty decent. It's just, it's a Tommy gun on a mech. It's a little bit bigger than a Tommy gun. Little bit. And then this is the one that has the modular mode to it, where you can overcharge it, but it has a chance, it's hazardous. It has a chance of blowing up in its face. Almost literally. This is cool. This is neat as well. However, and it's magnetized, so we can do either one. This is definitely not how it's supposed to sit. If you look at the picture, this thing is on the ground. Now, it does actually fly. In the game, it's treated as fly. It has the fly keyword. So the fact that this is on a stand is not itself a problem. And the 4 magnets on the bottom really do help to keep it stable even when transporting. However, it is not possible for me to hold this still enough that it won't wiggle. This is not and if I set it down, it wiggles too. This is not exactly the most structurally stable system you could have. Senator says, Michael! To which I say, Richard! Just like that. Yep, we are indeed doing that. I will have to get my yearly play of Metal Wolf Chaos next year, too. A couple years ago, we missed it because I couldn't get it to run properly, so we played Metal Gear Rising Revengeance instead. You know, just beat the game in one day. Haven't played it since. Should. I really should. Oh dear. Oh, you need to cool down more. That's okay, that's what the T is for. Tea in a Starbucks cup. That's not right. However, this is kind of cool. Look at how trippy this is. Imagine how much this would go for. You've seen that crazy, the people that are literally beating people up so that they can get a Starbucks cup that's shaped like a bear. Yeah, imagine if this were out there. Broforce. We could do that too. I might even have Broforce. Or maybe it's Brotato. I have one of those. You know. You know. Ay, ay, ay. But yes, Luna, I really, eventually, I hope to get to the point where I can stream on every platform and not just YouTube and Twitch. Twitch is the easy second one, I suppose. Tea and honey. Just some nice bog standard green tea, but a little bit of honey helps. Okay, so maybe we have one of them on the ground, right? Maybe, just maybe, we do a grounded pose for this one. Also, the reason that the previous one oh, that's right, this is green. You can't see it. Great. Fantastic. I was not going for this pose. I was going for this one, which you can kind of see. Kind of. Yeah, I was going for that. It didn't work out quite as well. Not exactly. Oh dear. Now watch that happen again. Alright, so let's get out the pieces. Should be the ones on the very bottom. No. Oh, second to bottom. Okay. Cool. So you and you. Everything that we need should come on these. Just these two. So I will set you off to the side for a moment. Well, for hopefully the whole time. Alright. But are you pulling? Okay. Now. Starbucks turning into Waffle House because of a mug. First world problem. Yeah. Unironically, first world problems. Yeah, for the people that would mug someone for a labubu. That's a thing too. Yeah, seriously. In my state. Probably elsewhere too, but at least in my state. I don't pretend to understand. I don't even. What the heck is a labubu? I know. I will say one thing the Boo-Boos have done for us that I appreciate is that they revitalized the not Pat Robertson. Who was the not Jack Chick, the far right Christian evangelical that thought that everything was of the devil? Jack Thompson. That's it. Everything was of the devil. Everything. Unfortunately, who also had a could get into my parents' ears as well, so I couldn't watch The Simpsons and Harry Potter and Pokemon and stuff like that. 2 of those, it didn't stop me. It just took a little longer. Alright, hold on. Okay, alright. Fix this. Alright, that should be better. There we go. Alright. If the audio is too quiet now, if I went too far in the other direction, please let me know. Alright. A bit of a toothache too, my wisdom tooth pushing out. That is never fun. Level 68 and still haven't set foot inside of Windhelm. Oh, you haven't? Okay. I was about to say, wait a minute, hold on. I most definitely did. Yeah, I got you. Alright. Right. Poison for Cusco. Poison made especially kill Cusco. Cusco is poison. That poison? Yes, that poison. Holy crap, Lois. Like, none of it is coming onto the brush. There we go. That's more like it. Uh-huh. Alright, here we are. There's a 1. This is a bunch of pieces. 54 and 53. See enough? Hey! They had enough common sense to put the pieces next to each other. Hoorah! Hoorah. He-Man. And the 24th and a half. Wait, that's Duck Dodgers. No. Hey, what's up? Hey, have a good night. Hey, thank you. So, you're awesome, dude. All right, you know what to do, Robert. Take it away. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And yeah, that is absolutely something that we are going to do together. Just a whole heck of a lot. So for anyone who missed that, Elden Ring Night Rain just had a trailer drop for their new DLC, their update, what have you. What was it called again? Something Hollows. So Hollows, Elden Ring, callback to Dark Souls. I mean, you already sold me on it. You don't have to sell me, or whatever the quote is. Oh dear. I already liked it. I already love it. You don't have to sell me on it. Something like that. All right. So thankfully, there's only one hole here. Don't laugh. Should go like this? Question mark. Yep, just like that. And thankfully, there's only one way that it can go. So that makes things a little bit easier. He says, hopefully. Sorry. Alright. 51. Oh god, 51 and 50. Oops. I probably did the same thing last time. I was not supposed to glue it down yet. 51 and 50. So there's 50. Oops. 51. You know, I could do the smart thing and take it apart so that it won't harden, but it won't happen that quickly. This is Tamiya. It's not too terribly fast, which is a good thing in this case. Oh man, it's hard, clunky, and it's so good. It says Rogue. And it goes all the time. Oh yeah, fair enough. You have work, don't you? Oh, goodness. Well, I mean I do too, but time zones. What are time now? All right, let's see. It goes like this. Out. This way? Not this way. Maybe, yep, there it goes. It snaps into place. Cut away so that I don't have to stream in the stream after 15 minutes. That would be less than ideal. 20 minutes, very slightly less than ideal. Just cutting off an extra little bit, as you do. Oh dear. You do not do what I'm doing. You should not be cutting with the blade facing your finger. Absolutely a terrible idea, he says as he continues doing it. I'm doing a left and right, a side-to-side motion, so the force is not going forward. The force is forward. Alright, so there's that. And then the other one goes... We'll say... like this. To, let's call it reignite it. There we go. That's totally what this is. We're reigniting something. This all the way around. I don't know why they actually bothered to put a hollow circle down here at the bottom. I don't know what that does for it because you don't see it, but oh well. We do glue this part, right? I believe that we do. Yep. Weird to do it this way, but okay. It's fine, it'll be fine, it's alright. I'm gonna turn into an ASM. Nope, never mind. There, that went. Turn into an ASMR stream. Not actually sure how I would like to pose this one, but we'll say like that, I guess. That's fine. definitely want to keep this connection secure. There we go. Let's say that that's fine. He says the best part here is forcing it into the hole. Ha. Alright. That's okay. That's more or less balanced. It doesn't have to be. It could be held out. And some of these actually do have them held out. Let's try it this way. Make them look a little bit different. Even though that also makes it more fragile than all the way back here. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll say that it's fine. Alright. If it is wall splats, strings, gatlings, a body part system, and air juggles, you should go hollow now, Smith tier. Andre. I like that. Smith tier. Oh, dang. Hell hath no fury. Jeez. Jesus. Got it. Oh, okay. This one's weird. Really weird connection. There's no way to cut it once that will get rid of it entirely without cutting into the model itself. So I'll make 2 half cuts. And they said we'd never be using mathematics. There we go. Neat. Well, geometry. Yeah, cool. That works. Cool. Well and good. And the hood. Alright. Could you get in there, please? Alright. So there's this way. We could also turn it. There's another way to do this? Hold on. How? No, that's what I did last time. This is fine. This is fine. It's okay. I got it now. I think I see. I think I see. Yeah, looking ahead is fun. Okay, I'm going to say, nah, we're good. We're good. We'll just have 2 different flavors of flying model going around. It'll be fine. Everything is fine. Nothing is wrong. Senator says, game I'm talking is a bit higher in chat. I guess. Oh. Urban Rain. You said that, and I thought you were talking about the, I don't know, the DLC we were on about. Just a sec. That should be good enough. Find the hole. Alright, there we go. Once again, ha ha. He said a funny line. Old Namco game for PS2 when a bunch of companies tried to rule the beat 'em up market. Beat 'em up but plays on a FG as an fighting game. Well, that doesn't narrow it down much. Got filtered hard. A lot of beat 'em ups used to be considered a kind of fighting game, at least by some people, some publications. You said you got filtered, and it's hard, and it's clunky, but you're also saying it's so good. That is an interesting and appreciated combination, I suppose. Alright, well there that goes. 57 and 55. I still have a toothache. Basically, my wisdom tooth is coming out at an angle. It's not fun, not a pleasant experience. Make me want to commit low tier god. Oh no. Oh no. As you can probably bet, not my favorite experience in the world. Oh, and that's 55, which is right here. Sorry. So I'm going to have one left-handed and one right-handed Riptide. That's interesting. Okay, okay. Then have it done facing upwards. Okay. Don't mind if you do. Don't mind if you do. Got filtered by the game's designated grappler. Uh-oh. 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 He has moves, like if somebody did that in a sports event, he would get takedown of the year. Yeah? Well, you do rather enjoy playing the character whose kit can be summed up as grabs you, uses a jetpack to get way up in the air, and then I know it's Potemkin's heavily Potemkin Buster has a Hindu god show up, but you can also just replace that with whatever you feel like Senator Armstrong, or a bunch of VTubers, the HoloLive cast, or just whatever you feel like. You can have them come down with anything. Oh, there was that. So the cringiest one I think I saw was a My Little Pony. He jumps up in the air and he has My Little Pony up there. That is a war crime. I am convinced. Alright, that's a little unnecessary. Is it though? Is it though? Alright. Alright, so that one's done. And then we just do the other side. Easy enough. I can totally do this part without directions. I probably can do it, but if I try, I will inevitably make some mistake. Had to restrain myself on buying, well, not buying, right now I don't really have the means to buy a whole lot, but more 40k stuff, because Questor Forge Pact is the one detachment of the two pre-codex ones that still remains intact. In other words, buying some AdMech that I will never use. Tech Priest and whatnot. They're neat, but you know, they don't. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what AdMech's whole deal is mechanically on the battlefield. As a faction, I don't hate them, but I think I like them. They're a bunch of tech nerds. I like that. That's pretty good. That's pretty cool. I can relate to that. But the entire thing is one giant machine cult. I'm less keen about that. Alright, there we go. Okay, 45 and 44. No, just get a 3D printer? Yeah, for those, you almost need it. Unironically, for those, you almost need it. Because they are so, let's say, point efficient for the money that you pay. Which is a good thing on the battlefield when you can field a bajillion of them. But in terms of money, not so much. You are almost dealing with, I don't know what it would be like for you where you live, Senator, but here in the States, they are pretty close. They're one of the closest factions to a 1-to-1 dollar to point ratio right now, which is very much not a good thing. Remember that it cost about $2,000 for the usual standard for event plays, 2,000 points. I don't like that. I wish it were lower, because games now take forever because of how many models are on the field and all the point cost reductions that they've gotten over time because power creep, and also Games Workshop wants to sell more models, so if they cost fewer points then you can field more, and so on. Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Which one did I get first? Also, stop doing that. 44 was right here. Uh-oh. Okay. At least this has the same orientation. That's good. She said. I can quit making those jokes whenever I want. I just don't want to. Cool. Cool. That should be good. Or something like that, anyway. Alright. And then 43. Oh, actually do this first. Put the money in the bag. Not good. Facing outwards. As you should. What if make a 40k Space Marine model out of solid lead? Tungsten is expensive. Just get some fully depleted uranium. That's all you have to do. No, nothing else. But yeah, good luck carrying that around. I mean, get a whole 2,000 point army of Space Marines made out of lead. Yeah, there's your workout. Potemkin or bust. Pun intended. 49. Okay, there you are. Now, who thought this was a sensible piece to put onto it? No, not I. No, not I. Alright. It goes... Really? I'd say it fits perfectly, and the answer is, sort of. It has a little piece here for, let's call it edge alignment. Oh boy. There we go. Being meticulous with it, he says. Give somebody a heart attack here by fake flying it into my chest. Let's not say we didn't, please. If we find out that Luna has died of a heart attack, we'll know why. Sorry, Luna. That's on me. Alright, well that's where it goes. Definitely put it onto this piece, though. Over you. And then Luna would also find a way to come back from the grave and kill me for it. And I think I might deserve it. Alright, now, let's see. Something like that. And then it goes right... not there. No, is that too high? Kind of. It feels like it's too high. No, it is too high. That's right. Oh my god. Why is that piece so tiny? Oh, jeez. The piece that you use for its alignment is so freaking small. Alright, there we are. Screw it. How do we do it here? Yep, it's completely misaligned there. Wait, no, it's not? What the heck? It's lined up on one side but not the other, which means I curved it somehow? Okay. The actual heck. Huh. Okay. I'll show you what it's supposed to look like when this is all said and done. Experience with metalworks will make it unless I forget or get bored of the idea. So you won't be making it then now. Well, no. Nah. This is my way of trying to reverse psychology. Mash you into doing it. Mash reverse psychology. This was the worst fighting game. Alright. Absolutely. Sigmund Freud is a top tier. The super move Oedipus Complex is broken beyond belief, and the devs refuse to nerf it. I don't get it. I don't get why. Oh man. It's surprising to me that there's nothing else to put onto this one. So it should be lined up with the top. Yep, with the top. Ooh, perfect. Perfect. Just like that. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Are you sure you haven't just made thousands of tiny mistakes? Jeez. For better or worse, my Simpsons kick persists. I pushed so hard I snapped this off, so let's fix that quickly. Just a drop there, because it does not take much. Oh, jeez. Alright, so it's around this part right here. Here, he says. Ooh, yeah, okay. I see how I misaligned it last time. I can definitely see it. You know what? That's probably as close as we're getting. Actually, I'm not going to. I was going to say something about Evangeline, but not bad, something cute, but I probably shouldn't because I have recently learned that one of her friends actually watches my YouTube channel. And I know because she came in on the most recent Silksong stream. So, yeah, good times. I should not. I want to. And I want to. Luna, you would appreciate it. Let's just say that I think that somebody has a crush on Evangeline. Well, no, I think that. That's adorable. There we go. Hit that one too. There we are. There we are. Surely. Yep, just like that. Alright. A little bit out of order. Having a heart attack? I missed the part. Wait, why am I having... You must be super far behind. Holy moly. Holy moly. Night Rain Forsaken Hollows. Skin pack or more Dark Souls enemies and bosses? Pursuer random event? I hope for the Pursuer random event too. It's not a skin pack. We know that there's at least one extra boss, and obviously it's Artorias. Obviously, I mean, you know, kind of in the. There's more than one extra boss, but Artorias is the big one. All right, so those two are done. Not behind. I asked earlier. I didn't even see your message. I saw level 70 now, so close to 81 and yet so far. And your other message must not have gone through. Or if it did, let me switch it to live chat and see if that's what happened. No, I don't see it. It might have been held? Plin. Yeah, watch it be Gwyn or Soul. I would be okay with seeing Gwyn in the same game where Nameless King shows up, because Nameless King has a name now. Grin, because goodness, creativity. It's written by George R. Martin. George never finishing the series, Martin. I say that as if I'm invested at all in A Song of Ice and Fire, which is totally A Song of Fire and Ice. Everyone calls it that their first time, because that's what rolls off the tongue. It's A Song of Fire and Ice. I don't know what it is, but for some reason that is just... Maybe it's soft sound and a hard sound, fire and ice? Well, I say fire because I'm from the south instead of fire. It's a two-syllable word here. Yeah, just do those really quickly. It's like what's that YouTube show? It's like two people's names back to back, but everyone calls it the opposite of what the show is called officially. Yeah, it is that way. Adam and Sitch Show. No, Sitch and Adam. Exactly, I did it. It's called the Sitch and Adam Show, but everyone calls it the Adam and Sitch Show. Everybody. Myself included, while I was thinking about it. That's how hard it is not to say. Because it just sort of seems natural, I guess. Perfect. Perfectly balanced. As all things should be. Jared, what's up, Mr. Commissar? A third Riptide has entered the battlefield. It's about to. Come the next holiday set, that's exactly what's going to happen, Jared. Hey, good to see you, by the way. Good to see you. Good to see you. Alright, hold on. Oop. Let's see. If Gwyn is back, the jokes become reality. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? My favorite running joke in Dark Souls, lore-wise, in the intro to the first game, Gwyn and his knights slay all the dragons, asterisk, and they actually use the quote, and the dragons were no more. Now, tell me, how many dragons show up after that in the series? How many? Are we at a 2-digit number, or has it reached a 3-digit number? Surely not 3, he says. I'm actually trying to think. Maybe there are. Oh goodness. A lot of them being in one area in Dark Souls 3, but you know. You know. Everdark Gwyn. When you try the old DS1 parry, he just parries you and insta-downs you to 3 bars. You know. As one does. No, surely not. No, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. They would let you still parry him. I mean, if they let you parry Hillster, Knight Aspect, they'll let you parry Gwyn. You know, the parry boss. The parry boss. I have definitely killed Gwyn with parry spam more times than not. Parries, you know what I mean. Parries in DS1 feel so good to do because they actually come out on frame 1. In fact, they come out on frame 1 regardless of which shield you use. The better shields give you more frames afterwards. But starting in DS2, shields do not have parry frames that come out on frame 1. And I sorely wish that they did. Yeah. It makes the timing unintuitive on every shield, it seems. I think that in Elden Ring, you can get certain shields and Ashes of War that combined... I don't think they get you quite to frame 1, but very close. I want to know why I'm having a heart attack? Oh, it was if I, in the process of cutting off a piece here, cut in the direction of myself and then fake it coming off of me and off of the piece and into me. I do not think that I need to hear you screaming from several thousand miles away. Which would happen. Alright, so 24. Don't worry. I'm not, I'm just being a silly goose. I would not do that. I would absolutely not do that. Yep. Alright. American thing to me because ice and fire rolls off the tongue more easily? Maybe. You know, maybe. I mean, of course, I can't speak to anywhere else. It says I'm supposed to do it this way. Okay, you know, that works. Oh, okay. I might have bent the piece a little bit when I was cutting it out. Or maybe it was bent previously. Maybe that's what happened. Let's do it this way. Yeah, that's better. Here's your beach episode music, by the way. This is absolutely the music that goes to beach episode of seasonal anime number 128. Yep, there we go. Okay, so there's a way that it wants me to do this. Or we could be incredibly oh, it actually won't let me. I was about to say we could be incredibly silly and do it the wrong way on purpose, but no, it doesn't let me. We get a small range of movement, but range of motion, but not much. So remind me, how did I mess that one up so badly earlier? Here's how. Here's how. We're going to make it look like it's running. Okay, so the smart thing to do is to pull both of them forward so that it stands. The funnier thing to do, however, is to have the foot all the way back so that it looks like it's sprinting. Actually, maybe not, because then they have close to the same pose. One looks like it's jumping and the other looks like it's sprinting. And that could work, I suppose. It's ridiculous, but hey. I mean, it's me. T1 ridiculous elf, right? That's what it is. Or we could send it all the way back. I mean, Dude Buddy's flying anyway, so we could do something like this, make it really weird. We could have it doing the opposite, kicking forward. But no, that just looks stupid. If I had changed the angle that its ankle was coming in, then maybe, but no. You know what? Maybe I could. Maybe I could, actually. Hold on. It's definitely too late for this one. Should I do that? No. Let's make this one look normal, I think. Maybe, he says. Especially since I know I'm getting a third coming up from the holiday box. Maybe I should have one relatively normal looking Riptide here. One that looks like it actually is trying to make sense. Don't worry, nothing broke. It's not glued down yet. This is just me testing a bunch of different poses. So the way it's supposed to go is like this. I do it up here. We could have it look like it's... No, maybe don't bother. It still looks wrong. Done this way, it looks like it's retreating, which actually flavorfully kind of works because Riptides have the ability to fall back and shoot. Looks like if you've played a mech combat game where you have the ability to boost backwards. Armored Core, for instance. It kind of looks like that. The bearer is eligible to shoot in a turn in which it fell back. I guess I don't have to decide this part just yet. I could wait. I could also have it running with the other foot, like this. That actually looks kind of baller. There's the technical term for it, baller. This is obviously not remotely how it would fit, but I want to try other angles. Alright. Okay. I could make it look like it's sprinting. This one looks like it's jumping. I can make this one look as if it's sprinting. Basically, we put in the left foot the correct way, like a normal person would, and then we put the right leg in way back, so that it looks like it's sprinting forward. And actually, we could even do it where its toe is just at the same level. Almost done this way, it looks like it's sliding forward. Or we could have it sprinting by putting its leg way back. Skyrim music? No, we can't request Skyrim music. Not because... Do you remember when I was doing the Skyrim playthrough? How some of the... If you watch the VODs later, so actually you may not have noticed this because it requires watching VOD. Long story short, there's someone out there that claims a bunch of Skyrim music that they did not make, including the intro. So, no, that's unfortunately not the thing. I did see the DLC announcement. I'm going to get that 7 more times in this stream. It's great. Yes, I absolutely did. It's great. Fantastic. I'm happy to see Artorias. I was telling a friend of mine, CJ, another friend of mine, that we would need to see an updated moveset from Artorias because the movement in FromSoft games has gotten so advanced. Artorias would be slow. Artorias would be a bog standard field boss nowadays if they just kept the same moveset. Of course, we know he gets the cutscene grab, so that's really cool. I'm just going to do nothing with it yet. I think I'm going to wait on doing the legs and decide how I want to finish that part later. We'll get plenty of chances to pose it, but my inclination is to have it either sprinting or sliding forward. Either it's flying, so either way. What a shame. Yeah, I'm sorry. One sec. Now the good news is that channel is, so there was a Spanish music channel that makes covers of Skyrim music, including the intro. YouTube automatically picks up that the music from Skyrim itself is a cover of the cover song, so it's kind of YouTube's fault, or maybe it's Bethesda's fault for not submitting it to the Content ID system. However that happened, which means that, oh goodness, it automatically goes to them. I can dispute it, and most of the time if I dispute it and it's not actually their music, they'll just let it go when the dispute happens. This person actually contends that it is still theirs, and then YouTube gives you one more step where you say, if you proceed past this, for me to say to them, if you proceed past this point, we're going to court. Now, it's not actually their music, so they can't do that. They can't go to court. But this person will let 30 days expire before they... In other words, if they don't respond in 30 days, the money was put in escrow and it comes back to me. They will wait the whole 30 days. The only other time I've had that happen was with this toxic magic player that did that to one of my videos too, which it was fair use. It was actually fair use, and he knew it was fair use. He let those 30 days expire as well, just because he is enjoy being a toxic person, I guess. It's Jeff Hoogland. It's Jeff. Good times. Jeff Hoogland is I don't know if he's, I don't know what his deal is anymore. It's probably still a big channel, I would think. But he's kind of the Leffen of trading card games. This is not a compliment. Oh dear. He has the trading card version of the Leffen cycle. Have your main game, Magic the Gathering, play another game, be really good at it. Jeff Hoogland is really good at his games, for sure. And then be really toxic in it, and then get pushed out of the community, come back to your main game, and repeat the cycle. Leffen does that with fighting games. Jeff does that with card games. Rip his time in Legends of Runeterra, for example. Anyway. He's a lot bigger of a channel than I am, so he's doing something right. He's just... And he is one of those YouTubers, streamers, that will heavily cultivate his audience. Goes on Twitter and has a big old block list and stuff like that. What do you call those people that automatically... They block you automatically based on if you like a tweet. They set it to automatically block those people. That's where you get a lot of those. I didn't even know I was blocked. I've never interacted with this person before. Where a lot of that comes from. Wait, this part might just be hidden anyway. Well, okay, there's a breastplate right here. I should probably... As in, Runeterra, yeah, so there's a trading card game for League of Legends. Yes. Yes. Or there used to be, I think there still is. I think it's still going. As far as I'm aware, it is. I don't know, Alden might be able to... No, I don't... I'm trying to think of someone that I know that plays either Legends of Runeterra or an adjacent game that might be able to. Hearthstone's another example of other card game that he was pretty toxic in. Also really, really good at it, though. He gets by having a lot of skill at these games. He understands them on a pretty fundamental level. Credit where credit's due. His foundations are solid. I can respect people that I dislike. Okay, let's see. 70. Aha, quick and easy. Yeah. I don't know. The card game might be good. I don't know. I was one of those people that got in basically on the ground for League of Legends. I mean, very early on, before Karthus ever got nerfed early. So, I'm lol old, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't participate in the community very much, so that's probably the reason why. I didn't really see the whole lol league players are toxic. I didn't see that whole thing so much. Maybe it's just the circles I ran in. Or, I don't know, maybe I did and I just have erased it from my mind because global chat can be kind of toxic, admittedly. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Yes, I know. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. That's what she said for the 60th time. Just 9 more. Note to self, start a business where if someone buys something 69 times, you automatically send them an email with the word nice. And that's it. Or not buy something, their 69th purchase, or whatever. I don't know. Something silly. Something ridiculous like that. It'll never work. True, it'll never work. For every $69 you spend. Alright, there we go. Now it fits. Alright. 71. 72. Respect the skill, not the person. Correct. He obviously... He has that talent, and I'm sure he works hard for it. I'm sure he does. Studies the cards in the metagames and all that jazz. Where's the corresponding piece? It'll be on the other sprue, won't it? Whoever designed this and thought it was a good idea to stick the number 10 piece next to the number 91 piece, I just want you to know, I hate you. No. I would never. It is kind of silly, though. Oh, well. This is also the... Evangeline and I have noted a whole bunch of typos on these, which is funny. We found one during the... Not the broadside, it was the one before that we did. No, we found one on the Lancer, but before that there was another, yes. Can't get enough of them. Even the typos have typos. Oh dear. Alright. Oh, this piece sounds kind of sad. To quote the one broken sign in Liza P. The old R. I did not remember that. Oh dear. Oh dear. I do remember there was something about a sign in Stellar Blade that got patched that supposedly had something about, I think it had to do with hard R or something like that. I think it didn't say that directly, but it kind of did, effectively. I think it's one of those signs where the lights, it's those neon lights that form the letters and not all of them were on. So when you take some of them out, hold on, let me see. Let me find the picture so I can say with, let's see. Dev said it was accidental. No, it says, oh yeah, so there's graffiti on the wall that has the word hard, and then next to it is a sign that says R Shop. That's what it is. Herald Theater, but it's broken, so I'll hold the R. Alright. Not the old R. Old R. Oh dear. Yeah, that was, okay, but that was patched. They did end up fixing it. They changed it where now it says crime. Instead of hard, it's crime, so Crimer Shop. Oh dear goodness. Well, also, Korean devs, there's this funny little thing. If you don't live in America, you may not know stuff like that. Funny that. I wonder how that... Okay. No, I think for most people that aren't terminally online, it was just a funny coincidence. It's just people having a laugh at it, which is fair. It is funny, admittedly. Alright. Oh dear. Little overkill. If I take that long on all of these pieces, we're going to be here all week. A little bit of overkill. 84. Aha! There's a breastplate right here. The good news is that the other features big pieces. Oh, the reason we're doing this tonight is for two reasons. One, there's a collab tomorrow, but two, it has been brutally cold over here. Too cold to do any priming outdoors, and I don't have an airbrush. So, I have to wait until it gets warmer. It is not going to be warm here very long because, you know, it'll be winter soon. So it's important that I get them done sooner than later. The Evangeline's models will also have to be primed as well. She is only one away from having all of hers that we currently own done. Well, that not counting Imperial agents, which, lol, Imperial agents. Yeah, it's fine. Once they're primed, we can actually paint them. If you don't know, primer is essentially paint that serves as glue for other paint. It gives it a sticky surface to adhere to. If you don't have that and you just put the paint on directly, it can come off. So primer is important. It is essential. All right, 73 comes next. And that one, yes, I remembered seeing you. Oh, there's what you should do. Throw a piece from hand to hand. Self-inflicted hand-to-hand combat. I am a genius who somehow still has his hands intact. Not for much longer. Oh dear. Oh dear. Not if I keep that up. Wish to sometimes be rich, Luna says, enough to switch between hemispheres as the seasons change, so I'll always be in winter. If you moved not, well, I was about to say not that far away, but no, it is kind of a ways. As you get around the equator, you lose winter. You lose 4 seasons and gain 2. Just dry and wet, and that's all. It might be a little bit colder at certain times of year, but not wintry cold. Part of the reason that we do not have, I mean, we have fur, of course, you can even see it on us, but why we have extremely sparse and thin fur is because we evolved, genus Homo evolved, and Homo sapiens specifically, in a place that was so warm that there isn't a winter, and the coldest it would get would not be so cold that it would likely kill you. And then our ancestors thought it was my ancestors thought it was a great idea. Let's go move elsewhere. You know, this is too warm. Let's go places that can actually kill us by freezing us, turning us into human popsicles. Good old migrations out of Africa. We have hair. Wouldn't call it fur. It's technically fur. Hair is what we call fur on humans. It is fur. Unless we define it so specifically that it explicitly excludes human hair, human fur, it's fur. It's to the extent that ours is different than what we think of a lot of other animals having. There's so much diversity in the animal kingdom amongst mammals for fur, that if we say that ours is hair but not fur, we'd have to say that what a lot of other animals have, because of it being as different, is something else entirely as well. Or we can just lump it all together. They all share some common characteristics, like being made from the same material. So I consider it all to be the same. Looks like we don't actually glue it into the body just yet. We have to put the wings onto it first. So, let's do that. Alright, so A2. To put it in taxonomic terms, I'm trying to be what's called monophyletic, meaning that you never escape your ancestry. You always are whatever your ancestors were. So I am a human, I am a primate, I'm going to skip a whole bunch here. I am a mammal. I skipped a whole bunch of steps. I am a vertebrate, so chordata. I am an animal. And so you always are whatever your ancestors were. That sort of thing, if that makes sense. You never escape your ancestry. 79? Okay, yeah, that works. You never escape your ancestry. Sounds like the most maniacal horoscope or fortune cookie. Oh dear. What you'd find in a horror movie. This is perfect, of course. Naturally. Naturally. Glue this and then glue 81? Why not both dot GIF? 81 it is. You can have our cake, which is a lie, and eat it too. Yes, 2006 called, it wants its meme back. I'm not giving it back. By that logic, we're all still fish? Yes. Now, fish is not a scientific term. Fish is not a cladistical term. But yes, you are correct. By that logic, we are all fish. We are all fish. We are fish that happen to have fur. Yes. So, fish is not an actual taxonomic term. It is a... You know how vegetable isn't a taxonomic term? It's a culinary term? Fish is kind of the same way. Not that it's culinary, but that it has a cultural usage to it, rather than a scientific, cladistical sense. It's the kind of word that you use to explain to kids to help them understand the general concept, but as you get more into the weeds in biology, it ends up not being sufficient. But yes, we are fish monkeys. We are fish monkeys. It's kind of neat. I think it's kind of neat. It's silly. I, for one, welcome our fish monkey overlords. Alright. Enough about that, I'm just being silly. It's true, but I am just being silly at this point. 80 and 5. Okay, so here's 80. You'd think by the number it would be 5 would be on the other sheet, and watch it be. I don't see it here in just a cursory glance while I'm cutting, because that's the best time to look elsewhere when you're cutting things. We're not, and please, please and thank you. We are though. No, it's... Fish monkey sounds like a crazy. It sounds like a D&D monster. Owl bear, fish monkey. Oh no. Alright. With the dot facing up. No. Do it this way. I can paint over that. It'd be better if I could remove just the teeny tiny little bit there. Oh my goodness. Bless my soul. So the better way of putting it is, one thing, the ancestry that we share with fish is that we are vertebrates. We are order Chordata. So we never actually escaped that ancestry. That part of it. Order Chordata is an actual term. Chordata, like spinal cord, if that helps make it any easier to remember. By the way, the same thing is true of reptile. Reptile is not a cladistical term. But it's the kind of thing that's easy to explain, and when you say that, people understand what you mean biologically. But remember, for example, that birds are dinosaurs. Birds didn't descend from well, I mean, they did descend from dinosaurs, and that's why they are dinosaurs. Again, you are whatever your ancestors were. So if you eat chicken or turkey this Thanksgiving, you are eating a dinosaur. But because dinosaurs are reptiles, birds are reptiles. You get into stuff like that if you treat reptiles as if they're their own thing. Birds are reptiles. Birds are dinosaurs. That means that humans did, in fact, find... There's that person that went to the heart of Africa to try to find non-avian dinosaurs. Trying to see if they still existed in a part of the world where we haven't fully explored, so we don't know what all is still out there. Heart of Africa, Amazon rainforest, they have so many species in such hard to reach places that a lot of those we just simply don't know if they still exist. Maybe they do. It'd be kind of cool. It'd be kind of baller, I think. Technical term, baller. Watch it be the case that they did actually exist and we made them extinct. No! I did this side first, didn't I? Yup. Cool. I can have this be drying. Alright. So if I eat a human and the cops question me, I can say, "No, officer, I was eating a fish." Well, you would know because you'd also be eating a human. That wouldn't negate that you ate a human. You were just eating a fish as well. They're not, in other words, they're not exclusive to one another. It is true you'd be eating a fish, but problem is you'd also still be eating a human. Human. Dear. Alright. Let's see. 76 and 70. I'll have to take a break here pretty soon, but I don't think I've made enough progress to warrant a break just yet, so I'm gonna go a little bit longer. I don't think that I have. But, 7 gallons of coffee. We'll have to at some... I've been going an hour and 20 minutes? Oh, it doesn't feel like it. It really doesn't feel like it. Well, I appreciate you keeping me company, Luna. I really do appreciate it. It helps pass the time. Me being a silly person, of course. It really helps pass the time. There we go. Okay, that went all the way through. No. Maybe I'll magnetize them later. Different stream or whatnot. To be fair though, I only have to put a few magnets. Arm, and then the 2 weapons, and then we're good. So we could do that fairly quickly. Oh, he says. Let's find... I know I saw... Aha, there you are. 78. I think the takeaway from this, Luna, is that I am a nerd. As if we didn't know that already, while I'm putting together Warhammer minis. As if we didn't know that already. I'm a fan of learning. It's a fine day for learning. I know you know that game. You definitely know that game. It's a fine day for learning. I haven't even played it yet, and I know that game, so I know you know that game. Dear. Luna is one of our several resident Fallout experts, more into Elder Scrolls. Yep, but indeed does get the Fallout reference. Indeed. I knew that from an H-Bomber Guy video, because again, I haven't played Fallout 1 yet. I own it, but I own 1,000 games and have played not 1,000. So, you know, we're getting there. I own more than 1,000. Well, a bunch of those are free on Steam, so free games from Steam. There are a lot of good free games on Steam, though, so if you just pick up a Steam Deck and only look at free Steam Deck verified games that are decent quality, you'd still have at least 50, I'm sure. No, unironically, I'm sure you would. Okay, so that means 74 and 6. Well, we see 74, and I know where 6 is. Right next to where 5 was. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Alright, alright. And there you are. I don't know why I did. It would be easier if I just used one hand, but for whatever reason, I end up using both. Brain's wired weird. Hey, what is the charge? Eating a meal? Succulent Chinese meal? Ooh. Ooh. Save that for the dogs, right? No. 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 Please. Oh, dear goodness. Did I have that? No? Wait, what the heck? I do have them backwards, don't I? Do I? I do have them backwards on this one. No, do I have them backwards on this one? Ah. Ah. I have them backwards on the original. Well, oops. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Everything's fine. No problems whatsoever. That explains why they're tilted inwards for no reason. Because I am a genius who knows exactly what he's doing. You know, like a genius. Fallout, no means a Fallout expert, closer to being an Elder Scrolls expert. Still wouldn't call myself that. Well, you probably are, but you recognize that there are people that write wikis about it, and you don't. But yeah, you probably are, at least to some extent. I wouldn't be surprised if you are. If by expert we mean you know more than the top, I don't know, like 2% of fans, yeah, easily. Easy. Alright. Hey, what's up, Doc? Recently in a rat-induced sleep. Forgot to tell you about how it would improve upon the design for my Vermin Lord custom? Oh, wait a minute. I think you did. Or you gave me an idea for a kit bash from last time. So if it's the same one, go at it again if you don't mind. Then I can tell you whether that was the one or not. Oh dear. Wait a minute. I was going to tell you that I just managed barely to stop myself from... So there's an Imperial Knight detachment that cares about AdMech. AdMech is one of the most, if not the most, point inefficient armies to buy in 40k. And yet, you only need, even if you make a 3,000 point army, you only can run up to 750 points of AdMech. So, what if I just, you know, didn't? What if I just get 200 points here or there? It's 500 for a 2,000 point game at most, but you can run fewer than that. What if I just don't? You know, what if I just buy a Dominus, a what's it called? Not Magnificent, Magnifier, Majestus. Oh, something broke. Okay, hold on. I'm going to be right back. Oh, geez, that's always fun. That's fun. I will be back in just a moment. That's a great sound. That's a really fantastic sound to hear, of course. Be right back. Okay, so I have no idea what that was. I couldn't find anything that broke in here, so my theory is that something outside was close enough that, I don't know, maybe something happened at one of my neighbor's places, or something in the back. My neighbor's backyard is right next to mine, which is right next to here. I don't know, maybe something fell or broke back there, but it didn't sound great. It sounded like, you know, those hollow Christmas ornaments falling from a tree and breaking. That's what it sounded like to me. Not great. Alright, but far as I can tell, everything's alright. Oh, but this random box appeared on the side. I figured since I was up, I might as well do something else. Let me show you something really quickly, and then I'll catch up on chat, alright? So, there is another tabletop war game called Infinity. Infinity is a skirmish-based game. So instead of having a whole army that gets fielded all at once, it's individual models that you can move. Each model is its own unit, and you can move them all around the board. And I've played it now a few times. It's pretty cool. It's pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot. These are not required for the game. It also has invisible units. Either actually invisible, you think Predator, you know, that sort of active camo, or it has units that turn in. It's the TF2 spy, right? You have the TF2 spy in this game. And I decided to play a faction with both because I like ninjas. or not ninjas, assassin. Yeah, this is so they're called. It's assassins because we're being all fancy schmancy. But I decided to pick up the assassin faction, and so they're metal miniatures. Not all of them are. These all are, but most of the ones in this game are metal, sometimes resin. Yeah, so metallic miniatures. You can actually see some of these, what they look like when I get the glare off. Yeah, see, it's pieces of metal. That's kind of cool. So there's the basic. This is just what they call the action pack. So a bunch of standard models are in there. Starter models, I guess. That's not good. That little tag, that's not supposed to be there. There's the Fireteam Pack Alpha. So yeah, Fireteam Pack Alpha, Expansion Pack Alpha. I got the bundles because of course I did. Pre-order the expansion beta, and got their doctor that reminds me of Lara Croft for whatever reason. Picked up some remotes, little drones that resupply your soldiers, your troops, right in the middle of combat. Oh yeah, they're assassins. They're from a faction that is, it's called Haq Islam. It's like space Islam in the Age of Enlightenment, not modern stuff, but like, you know, during the Age of Reason, I think they call it, but in space. So a few named characters: Yara Haddad, Hussein Al-Jabel, and then the ones that can actually turn into you, the TF2 spies, the Fides. They're great, fantastic. Why did I pick up a war correspondent again? It's a journalist that doesn't do anything. It does. It just depends on the game mode. A doctor, and then an IR, which is a predator. It's a Rambo. It runs around the field. Just think about it. Assassins messed up, isn't it? Oh no. Oh no. So yeah, I got a bunch of stuff. And then the extra stuff here. These are the tokens to show that they're invisible. And they gave me, where I got them from was a store called Arsenal. I realize now that even if the models weren't in the way, you wouldn't be able to see it because it's green, so green screen, yay fun. I don't know how well this is going to show up, but let me see if I can turn this in such a way that you can see. So these are impersonators. They go in, starting the battle, looking like one of your opponent's models, and that means that they can't actually attack your model until they discover that it's not. This one you're seeing here is a Fide. It's one of their, it's the Assassin's Ninja. It is wearing a button-up shirt, a tie, and has a coffee mug and slacks. Just blends in. Just perfectly blends in. You'd never suspect them. Never suspect a thing. We also have the Gucci jacket wearing one with heels. He's pulling right in if he were wearing a suit. And then we have the totally not evil redhead that I think is supposed to look like Chucky, but actually looks like Big Red, if you know who that is. But 200 pounds lighter. Yeah, I don't mean to be mean. Oh dear goodness. It's silly. It's a bunch of silly ones. You don't have to run these. Obviously, the real ones are here. The ones you'd actually run in a game that actually look like the models that they're impersonating. But, you know, why do that? Why do that? Anyway, let me put these back in the box so that I can have room to get back to it. Anyway, I wanted to show that off. I thought it was pretty neat. I think it's alright. Let me put them back in order because... why not, I guess? It's also convenient, because they don't have sprues, they take up a lot less space. So I picked up a whole army and a half from this tiny little box. This is a whole army. The game is significantly cheaper than, you know, 40k or Age of Sigmar, at least from what I've seen. this. No, I cannot. How did this? Maybe it didn't fit there. That's the answer. Maybe it didn't. It fits just snug as a bug in a rug. Perfect. I may or may not bend those, but it's the cardboard box for it. It's fine if it gets bent. Alright. Alright. Whale. Oop. Okay, there we go. Now, back to your regularly scheduled fumbling about with pieces. Alright. Cool. Well and good. Think about it. Okay. Now, time to catch up on chat. Actually, let me do it through here because Plague Doc is on Twitch. Alright. Deep fried your hamster. No! No! You thought it was a fish! Just because I know that Talos might also be Lorcan doesn't make me an expert. Well, okay, not just that. Not just that. You're the kind of person that unironically falls asleep to Elder Scrolls lore videos. I wouldn't know anything about that. I do that to Souls videos. Okay, don't worry about Elder Scrolls lore. Retcon every bit of it anyway. Surely not. You would think. Surely not. Talos, Tiber Septim, was a suzerain? Suzerain? Shezarine, that's an E. Shezarine? Close enough. Incarnation of Lorcan, and when he ascended to godhood, becoming Talos, Lorcan finally achieved godhood as well. Oh! Kim, which does basically mean that despite realizing all of reality is just a dream of the godhead, he was able to resist the crushing realization through sheer force of will. He realizes that he's a character in a video game and is okay with it. So he's Deadpool. What you're saying is that Lorcan is Deadpool. Or is it Tiber Septim? Well, is it incarnation of it? Never mind. Is Deadpool. Except in that one Deadpool comic where he gets the realization and then goes about killing everyone. J. Don't must have been the wind. It was a stealth archer. Oh, goodness. It was a stealth. The whole thing is bad. My faction is stealth archers. Well, less the archer. More the build I actually win with, which is stealth daggers. Becoming a lucid dreamer in a dream that is reality. You don't achieve it, you nope out of existence. Zero summing. Yep. Thank you, Stream Elements. Perfect. Nice. Post this message. Okay. I am well versed in Elder Scrolls lore, but not quite an expert. You're fine. You're fine. You underestimate my power. Okay. And then we add the wings onto it. 40 and 39. Oh yeah, these are nice and easy. The biggest pieces in the whole thing. I'm okay with that. I don't know who thought this was a good idea, but sure. Good news about big pieces like this, you make a lot of progress in one fell swoop. Right. Oh, but Plague Doc, did you happen to hear what I said about the Adeptus Mechanicus I was looking into? Because of the timing, I assume you were saying nice about the Infinity stuff. Also, I don't know if I finished even saying that because of the interruption. Maybe that's what happened. 13th Herald. Oh! From up above. What you were saying about the 6 rat ogre heads and a lot of clan rat Chimera. I think it's Chimera, right? Some pronunciations are less valid than others. Oh dear. I think it's Chimera. That's the pronunciation that's coming to mind anyway. Alright. Hint of it, yes. They got flashbang by Deathmaster plush attacking me. Oh no. Oh yes, actually. Wait, what? I was just basically saying there's an Imperial Knight detachment that cares about playing Mechanicus. It's the one that heals them if they're heals them period and heals them better if they're near a tech priest. So I thought about maybe picking up some AdMech. That's it. That's all. That's all. You know, as you do. A little bit of AdMech here and there. However, this does lean into the Imperial Knights are not mine. I bought them, but they're not mine. They're Evangeline's. But this would definitely be something that I would like. She does not want her Imperial Knights to be Mars aligned. She wants them to be Imperium aligned. So, and yes, she has stated a preference about that. We were watching a video, a long video, but in a few different parts, about Imperial Knights, and that's one of the things that they spent 10 minutes talking about the differences between, and she confirmed that she wanted them to be Imperial. So, there you go. The Imperial Knight aligned ones seem to be more independent. They're both aligned with the Imperium, but you have an extra allegiance. To be fair, an extra allegiance to Mars in exchange for better tech, readier access to it, all that jazz. This is annoying. This piece right here. Removing it is a little annoying. That funny mecha. Yep. Oh jeez. Oh, and another thing, Plague Dog. I cannot run Call in that detachment. Now I could buy Call as well and start making an AdMech army, but even though Call is a tech priest, he has the tech priest keyword. He's not one of the tech priests that I can use in the... Oh, wait, but hold on. That's... Call, I think, has to be your warlord. And using that detachment disallows one of the AdMech from being your warlord. That's probably the reason why. But there is an actual list. They only list 5 units. It's not all units that have this keyword or don't have another keyword or da-da-da. It's 5 explicit units that you can use. Tech Priest Dominus, Tech Priest, the one that has M, and it's Manipulus, I think. Manipulus sounds right. Skitarii Marshal, Skitarii Ranger, Skitarii Vanguard. That's it. That's all you get. I am spending way too long on this. I need to hurry it up. Now, upside, that means that you get one set of infantry that lets you sticky an objective, so they can actually walk off of your home objective if you need to. Say you're going against an army that has no deep strike. And you have, let's see, what's the other one? Oh, the other one ignores cover with its ranged attacks. So that's neat. That's really cool. Oh. Just the one right now. It does give you a few more good options, and unlike when Noble Lance was the other option, which was just strictly better, not strictly, that's not true. It was better in almost every way than Quest or Forge Pact. That's not true anymore. Unfortunately, none of them that are around now, in my estimation, are as good as Noble Lance was, which is probably fine. Imperial Knights were too strong. Even though they have more detachments, none of them being as strong means it's kind of a nerf. Not to say you can't make some of them work, but just an army-wide Feel No Pain, 6-up Feel No Pain that turns into a 5-up when you become honored is kind of silly. It's very good. it lends itself to any playstyle that you want, whereas some of them kind of lean you into a certain playstyle. Also, the armigers no longer have the battle line keyword unless you play a certain detachment. It is a good thing that Evangeline has exactly 6 armigers and they're magnetized, because that is the most that she can play, not counting Moirax's, unless she plays the one faction that lets her run them as battle line. Yeah. Good times. Okay. A new hand touches the... Oh, goodness. I missed it. Goodness, that's a lot coming in all at once. Ha 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 hardy hard hard. Oh, goodness. Okay. Jeez, I have a lot to catch up on. The Dunmer do totally not necromancy by making a huge fence out of ghosts to keep out the 6th house. But the Dagoth just tunneled under the ghost fence anyway. Classic. Where does this go? Hold on, let me be smart for a moment here. Aha. Like that. Ah. Okay. Okay. Just a moment. Okay. I cannot seem to do both at the same time. Alright, here we are. Hold in place, and while it's drying, I'm reading. Hopefully. Remember Meridia? Yes, the Daedric Prince who's technically not a Daedra, but an Etada? I didn't remember that part. Who hates the undead more than the Khajiit hate bats? Yes, I did remember that. Eyelids loved her before they went extinct. Ooh, worshipped her and she gave them her favor. Never mind the Gardens of Flesh. Technically not necromancy, because the slaves didn't die before their flesh was mangled into gross. Oh, okay, so technically not then. Oh, jeez. Scottish for a while. Because the voice actor was just that good, I guess? Go with that. Maybe. Technically not necromancy. The best kind of correct. Technically correct. Oh dear. It reminds me of a storyline in Magic the Gathering where there's a faction that is all about necromancy. And I say necromancy. It's communion with the honored ancestors, but like actual communion, so the ghost actually comes. That kind of necromancy. They get attacked by dragons that hate necromancy and want to wipe them off the face of the earth, the plane. But the tribe that does this does not think that what they are doing is necromancy. They think, oh, that's raising corpses. So much so that one of their champions goes out to a dragon trying to, kill them to have diplomacy and says, we don't do necromancy. And then the dragon says, you have an instrument of necromancy, the mace with which they're communing, right in your hands right now. And yet you seem to believe that's true. Help the dragon to show them some sympathy, give them a chance to change their ways, because hey, it seems like they're doing it because they don't actually know they're doing something wrong. Seems like it. Oh jeez. They can't help it. They don't know any better. But as lore for a plane. Oh goodness. Stop. Hammer time. There we go. Alright, great idea. For some reason, she and Mephala share an artifact? Kinda? As Mephala has been stolen by a mortal and somehow found its way to Meridia, then Mephala again, then Meridia again. Can reward for a fishing quest. What? Okay, so that's the luckiest fisherman ever. Stumbled across that. Or it's the fishing quest from Legend of Zelda. Oh, you're not closed at all. Uh-oh, hold on. I'll get to your comments in just a sec, Doc. I done did goof somehow. I don't even know how, but somehow I done did goof. Boy, I tell you what. close enough. The best kind of correct, right? Been getting interest in orcs recently on the 40k side. Mech Cult of Speed centered army seems fun. They're a silly faction. I like that flavorfully. In the lore, they are horrible monstrous beings that eat people, sometimes alive, and raise them like cattle. But in the fandom, in the fan canon, they's just a bunch of silly boys. It's great. It's great. I don't really know what... Of course, we're close to an edition change, so it's hard to recommend anything specifically. But I guess that my inclination would be... do whatever seems cool to you, but it's hard to go wrong picking up, oh crap, what's his name? Gazgul and I can never remember starts with Makari, right? You can never go wrong picking up those two. It's pretty consistently an extremely powerful model, which you sort of expect from a centerpiece model. I guess orcs tend to do Green Tide pretty well, but Green Tide is also expensive to buy because it's not very point efficient. And trucks and stuff like that are also fun. Choppas are fun to build, fun to play, just silly. Oh, here's what you should do, Plague Doc. I saw a video that I posted in the Discord server from the Warhammer podcast that had a meme list. This is not actually what you should do, full disclosure, where they called the list F OSHA, all my homies die at work. Where everything in the army that can have hazardous has hazardous. Jeez. Oh, jeez. They have one extremely powerful Wah turn. Not just because it's Wah, but also hazardous on everything. And then the army just blows, a sixth of the army blows up. It is fun. Morkanaut is looking quite silly. Wait, there is one rule that you wish stayed in. Okay, what's that? Orcs having more than one wound? Orcs having 5 toughness and 1 wound is good for balance, but it always seems a little weird to me. Skaven of hazardous on my favorite model. Okay, fair. Maybe you do have a plan. Magnetize them though, so that if you want to actually play a serious list, you don't have to be stuck with everything having Mega Busta, I think is what it's called. The orc hazardous. If it has, I think it's Mega Busta or Mega Cluster or whatever, something like that. Mega Cluster. No, stop. Then you have a. Okay, I'm gonna need to stop right now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, now I should pick the pose out. So for this one, we said we were going to do it standard. And for the other one, we have the option of either doing it correctly, like I'm supposed to, making the legs fit like a decent model, or we could be silly and do a custom pose. Now, I know that if I ask chat, everyone is going to say something to the effect of, do it, because, I mean, who cheers for the person that just does the standard option, right? I also kind of just like how this looks. It would also give me one model with the right leg forward and the other model with the left leg forward. I like that. We're doing custom Riptides. Stuffing as many models on a truck as long as none fall off and you're fine. Yeah, oh jeez. Any that fall off die. Oh, wait. Yeah, because they have 1 wound, right? Or no, that's just how the rule worked. Skyrim again, honestly? So the answer is yes, but it will be a while. Partially because of how long just the gift backlog is, but partially because if I play Skyrim again, it is going to be a long playthrough. I know me, it is. My first playthrough, the do everything playthrough, the one where I got all achievements and kept going because quests are fun, Jeez, it was 400 something hours. I could go check on Steam, but it's 400 something hours of that. It's a long time. I will end up doing that again, I am sure, if I get back into the game. Alright, hold on, I put the cement on the wrong side. And it shows. Ooh. While it's melting, let me test the pose again. Oh! I say that as it falls out, plus L plus ratio. Yeah, just have the first one, honestly, lined up evenly with the body. Yeah, that's fine. Have it lined up evenly with the body. It is... The leg is coming down parallel to the torso. I like that. I think that that's good looking. Maybe I'm crazy. I am crazy. Mad Max Orc Army would also be set. Oh, all the trucks. Just all the vehicles. You know, how much does a Stampa cost? I know that's not Mad Max, but... I mean, hold on. Hold on. Stampa... I'm not looking it up on the regular computer. 100... Wait, hold on. No. $150? No. It has to be more. It's not. It is $150? This thing is 75% the cost of Canis Rex. Alright, hold on. How many points is a Stampa worth? Stampa. 800! Yo, okay, hold on. Wait, seriously. Unironically, Plague Doc. Unironically, you and I are in the US, right? If you get a Stampa is $150. It is 800 points. That is a crazy good value. Again, it's 75% the cost of a Canis Rex. Canis Rex is 420 points. Yes, funny meme number. But yes, it is just over half the points for 33% more cost. There's a way to do it. Get 2 Stampas, a Warlord, and then just whatever infantry. There's your army. How much is Gazgul? How many points is Gazgul, I mean to say. Also, how do you spell Gazgul? It's G-H, right? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not going to be able to spell this correctly. How do we spell Dude Buddy's name? You know what? Hold on. I can just search... G-H-A-Z... Oh, Gaz... G-H-A-Z... G-H-K-U-L-L. Wow. Let me just search by Thraka. That's a little bit simpler. Thraka. Alright, here we go. For the low cost of... Get out of here. Get out of here. Alright. Gazgul is $82 and is 235 points. I think I'm seeing a way that you could do this. Oh, not even 300 points. 235. That means that if you picked up 2 Stampas and Gazgul, you would have 165 points to spare. I mean, obviously that's your Warlord. And then spend the rest on infantry for objective control, I guess. 2 Stampas and a Gazgul. 3 kobolds and a trench cap. Oh no. Oh wait, they don't have... Wait, are there kobolds in 40k or Age of Sigmar? Because I've made the joke, haha, Games Workshop likes to take every single fantasy trope all together and just mash them into the setting. To the point where you have silly... Yeah, obviously you have elves and drow, and as if drow aren't elves, but you know what I mean. High elves and drow, and you have orcs and goblins and stuff like that, pretty obvious stuff. But you also have cat girls. Yes, cat girls exist in 40k. They're an abhuman that comes from one planet that sounds Scottish as heck. cat girls from Scotland. Skinks are an Age of Sigmar. Okay, fair. Fair. Make all the rest Gretchen. Honestly, fine for objective control. Just make sure you keep a command point for what's the it's not called going down. The one that gives you cover in a 6-up invuln save to try to keep them around a little longer while they stand on an objective. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, okay, why not? Do it. Do it. You should. Oh jeez. Ah, jeez. This is a terrible idea. But honestly, that is so point efficient. That's so freakishly point efficient. It makes me want to. I don't even own orcs, and I kind of want to. Their version of Heavy Walker is Stompin' Forward. But they don't have Super Heavy Walker. Stompas are smaller than Titanic Knights, apparently. Because they can go over models and terrain that is 4 inches or less. Super Heavy Walker would let you go over something greater than 4 inches at the cost of having to make a battle shock test. They can't do that, but hey, and they also can't step over Titanic. Well, I don't think Titanic models can step over. Super Heavy Walker, I don't think lets you hit Titanic models either. It is indeed not a character, which fair. Model has a transport capacity of 22 orc infantry models. Each Mega Armor jump pack takes up the space of 2. Ghazghkull Thraka takes up the space of 15 models. Yes, seriously. Orcs do get literally bigger, physically bigger, as they get stronger. Luna, I'm going to give you a challenge for your next playthrough. Is this the same one that you gave me before? Because I think I said challenge accepted. I hope I said challenge accepted. I hope so. I think. Maybe? Alright. Gwen from... Okay, never mind. Big shooters. Okay, Luna, this faction is silly as all heck. They have weapons called Big Shooters, Def Cannons, DEFFKANNON. I'm surprised they even went with 2 N's there. Scorcha, Super Gatler, Super Rockets, ROKKITS, Twin Big Shooter, and the Mega Chopper. Now, that doesn't tell you anything about what the weapons actually do, like, at all. It basically tells you, haha, funny faction. But I think it's pretty neat. I think it's pretty silly. Alright, time to be stupid and make my model not fit because I wanted to be silly. Oh, so there's a problem. I need to force you in first. Yes, I know, haha. Haha, funny T1 quote. This is absolutely not a good idea. Alright. Now, just add more. This is a great idea. We're going to melt the opening a bit so that we can make it a bit bigger. Alright. Start it in the correct spot and then just slowly turn it. You're basically churning the entrance here. Do it one more time, and this time I know that I can add a little bit up here to keep it in position. Do not do this. This model cost entirely too much money to be taking silly building risk with it. Do not do this. This is not a good idea. But you know what? It is fun. It is fun to do. I like making custom stuff like this. And frankly, it makes mine look unique. It makes it look cool. Well, I say cool, no. I think it'll look cool. Especially with the ailerons all the way down. They accidentally ended up lining up perfectly for this. Alright. Hey, Car Raid! Yo, what's up? What's up? Oh, dude, good to see you. Hey, let me get your input on something. So, Doc, one of our Twitch viewers, was talking about starting an orc army. Just because they're fun. They're cool. They're well cool. They're neat. They're a neat little faction. 40k. And I was thinking that I remembered the Stampa being a huge number of points. I was right. Therefore, I assumed it would cost a whole lot of money. I was wrong. The Stampa is an 800 point unit that costs 75% of what Canis Rex, the centerpiece and most powerful Imperial Knight, usually considered most powerful, is worth. Yeah, good times. It's crazy. It's good. One thing you want to do for your Skaven, kit bash Gorich back into existence. I don't know who that is, but it starts with GH, so I'm assuming it has something to do with Ghost, right? No, well, you did say back into existence, so actually maybe it does. Alright, because of how I did this, this is not very stable. When I let go, it almost even, you can kind of see it bending a little bit. So, in order to fix that, what we do is we actually put some cement around the joint and then very quickly hold it in place. In fact, I should have done it sooner, not waited as long as I did. Alright, let's say that's fine. As long as I don't move it. Okay, so Chaos Commander, oh goodness, I missed something. Always been one, Chaos Commander and Skaven leader named Throt the Unclean killed and stole the brain of, yeah, orcs! The brain of gets cut off. Then he put them in a giant rat ogre body with Gazgul's power claw and a buzzsaw hand. Okay. Actually, awesome. Hey Luna, there's your whirligig saw. That's what that is. Yeah, there are characters that fight with buzzsaw hands, and that work like the glitched version of the whirligig. Orcs can be expensive if you go down an armored faction. The only real problem is that the objective taking. Oh, inexpensive, I guess you mean. So most orc players go infantry spam. Yep, and that unfortunately has the opposite problem. Alas. Official model in Total Warhammer 3. Okay. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, sorry for the change of subject, but while I'm thinking about it, I may have to ask you to pick up, you subscribe to Warhammer Plus. I have not. I may have to ask you to pick up a Warhammer Plus exclusive mini for me, if you wouldn't mind. It's one of the Imperial agents. It's bad, but it has the word Inquisitor in it. Do you know what that means? Oh dear. Hey, buddy. I did have an idea for an extremely silly meme list where if you play an Imperial army that is not Imperial agents, you are allowed to field Imperial agents, normally up to a certain, not number of points, but number of the different types of units, retinue, characters that are, you can only field a certain number of each of those based on the battle size. However, for every combination of an Inquisitor and a Demon host, it increases the number of retinue ones that you can have by 1. There are enough unique Inquisitors that you can basically you can have an Imperial list that is not Imperial agents, that is entirely Imperial agents. It's very much a meme list. It's not serious. Please don't do that. For the love of all things good and holy, do not do that. Please, I'm begging you. But it is funny. If you're talking to me about the Plus, I haven't done it. Oh, you haven't? Oh. I thought you... Maybe it was someone else, but I thought I remembered you mentioning being in having the subscription for the exclusive model. I'm wrong. Huh. I mean, that's never happened before, clearly. Clearly, that has never happened. Oh, jeez. Oh yeah, unfortunately I don't have it set up where YouTube chat can see Twitch and vice versa. Unfortunately. So there are two different conversations going on right now. Apologies for that. Yeah, just have this one straight on. No need to magnetize this. This one's fine the way it is. Hey. Who's the Bruno Mars? Girl, you're amazing. Yep, sing while there's different music going on, just the way you are. There we go. I will eventually learn my lesson not to sing when there's music going that obviously does not match what I'm singing. Oh dear. Also, my throat's really sore. Been working with, okay, I'll just say I've been working with special needs kids lately, and they do not have the best hygiene. Special needs, yeah, just regardless of age, don't tend to, but younger ones especially. So I fully admit if I get sick more often, that is not the least likely reason why. Hopefully not, but you know, now that I've jinxed it. It's one of those things, somebody has to do it, and frankly, for a lot of special needs kids, it's easier when it's a guy, because they might not have the most impulse control, and you don't want to hurt them, and they might overpower women. Might even overpower men. I mean, I'm 5'6" and weigh negative nothing. I think Mr. Burns weighs more than I do, but it does help a little bit. Runner body. Okay, let's see. His official model. If you're talking to me, I was planning on it to snag the snag the Necromancer. Do check out Gorich's 3D model house. Okay. I will need to do that in a bit. If you don't mind, let me do that the next time that I have a piece that is drying that doesn't require me to hold it in place. Which is to say, we're about to get to the weapons. He says as he lets go of it. Huh. It looks like these pieces, they are reversible. Ah, okay. The guns are reversible. Okay, that's excellent. So for Kara and Kara's crew, I do like to work on... Oh, Kara's crew is left. It's almost like when you're not the person they were wanting to stay around, they leave. No, it's all good. But no, in all seriousness. I do build with my daughter. If it's my stuff, sometimes I'll do it on my own. Especially because I'm trying to get some priming done while we're about to have a streak of remotely warm weather, because we're about to not have a streak of remotely warm weather after that. Alright, I need to pick up the pace though. Question, what made you choose the faction you chose? Oh, so for Tal, back when I was in 8th edition at my then local game store, I asked some of the players there, I wanted to play a ranged faction. And the offerings given to me were Tau and Imperial Guard. And I almost chose Imperial Guard, but for whatever reason, I guess I just like the aesthetics of the Tau. I think that they're pretty... I don't know. I'm not the stereotypical haha play them because weeb and Gundam, but they look more unique, I suppose. I think Imperial Guard at the time looked a little too ordinary. Of course, at the time I was also thinking of Imperial Guard mostly as just regular troops, not realizing all the variety that, because I was new to the game, the variety that comes in the faction. I just didn't know yet. Alright. Looks like it is just simple enough to be those two pieces. In that case, I might as well glue these together and then get started looking at Gorich's model, like you recommended. Yeah. As for Evangeline, we went on. I played, so she wanted to play because she wants to do everything that I do. She's precious, only a lot. And we went on the website and looked through the different factions, and Imperial Knights, just for the word knight, is what resonated with her. She likes knights. There was a time when, and maybe this still happens a little bit, but sort of she's grown up a bit. She wanted to be a knight herself. I think that's awesome. I think that's cute. Yeah. Yeah, she liked them. She still has, I picked up a shield for her at a Renaissance fair, not terribly far from here, and we had swords already, and yeah, she'll go out with the neighbors and sword fight. And she is the one kid her age that actually fights with tactics, fights with strategy. There's one that hides behind the shield the whole time, and everyone else just flails around like a lunatic. Needless to say, she does pretty well. It's adorable to watch. Funnily enough though, she actually can still lose to the lunatic kids because she plays a little too defensively, and they fight kind of unpredictably to her still. Lunatic kids. You know what I mean. The thing I like about it's not the Tamiya liquid cement itself, it's the brush, is that it can get down into these little cracks so that it cements itself a little bit more. Doc says only ever buy an Imperial Guard box for play if they bring back my Vestroyan Guard. I am waiting for Yarek, so it's never going to happen. I would like to see Yarek as an actual model that you can field. I don't even think Yarek is in Legends anymore. Well, is in Legends. Am I saying it is Yarek? Yeah, Yarek. Yorick is the Balatro Joker. Commander Yorick. Oh dear. Nice to know she'll never be a Khorne player. Yeah, she disliked all of the Chaos factions because of the way they look, and disliked orcs because they were scary to her at the time. Now she thinks they're silly, but I think that's been her being at my local game store and talking to some of the orc players who are themselves silly. That's a fine reason to change your mind. She is the store's, as far as the tabletop games are concerned, she's the store's mascot. She is the one female player, and she's also the one kid who plays. No, she hardly plays, but she does. So that's really cool. That's really cool. She's not actually the store's mascot. I'm being a little bit silly, but everyone over there loves her, and I mean, who wouldn't? I'm taking extra care, even though this would have been the simplest piece in the whole thing, to cement the seams here, because once I start drilling, I'm drilling into a seam, which means that it's more likely to come apart. The drill can actually push the pieces apart. So I'm trying to be extra careful here and get this as connected as possible, as you do. Alright, let's see. That's probably not enough, but I'll leave it to that then. One good thing that came from the supposed death of Yorick was Ghazghkull going on a grand campaign to burn down the universe for Crump and his bestest mate. Yes, that's Ghazghkull hates Khorne. Oh, not Khorne. Yeah, Khorne, and also Angron. As a result, I don't know to what extent he knows specifically Angron, but I know that orcs know Angron. Oh dear. Oh dear. Also, one of the official arts for the Angron model, I believe the one that's on the box itself, has Angron getting stalked by orcs. So it's flavorful. They knew. Get the did he know meme going. Alright. While that is drying, let's see, how do we spell that again? Gorich, okay. Gorich. The actual model itself. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is something, all right. Goodness. Uh, yeah. um, I would encourage other people to go and take a look and see what this model looks like. Now, unfortunately, the image I'm looking at is rather tiny. Ah, that's better. That's better. It kind of looks like, if you remember from Dark Souls, especially DS2, the place where the dark sign resides, how it wraps around like vines. It looks like that to me, but instead of just having a hole there, it's as if a monster is sprouting out from it. It also has an industrial claw going on too. Two claws actually. It's metal as all heck. Metal as all heck. Oh dear. Alright, note to self. Build an orc army out of 2 Stompas and Ghazghkull, and then just... whatever infantry, Gretchen, like you said. Hey, Vanillin! Yo, it's okay. Hey, addicted to... oh, I'm so sorry. Inscription? Hey, no worries, my friend. None whatsoever. You are A-okay. Jeez. Trying to complete everything on Casey's mod. I've never heard of that before, though. You lived your entire life without it. Are you really going to die for some mortal? Someone is. You know, it could very well be the case that Angron has. Unfortunately, Angron has the nasty habit of coming back. I like the idea that the end game for Angron is that he just gets spawn killed constantly by orcs. You know, as long as they have a source of nutrition, they don't reproduce sexually. I mean, they just make spores, just make a bunch of spores, and when they die, they release the spores. So yeah, they could just come back infinitely to spawn kill Angron forever. Well, no, they can't, because he doesn't come back in the same spot. Never mind. Do you see the yes, I did. Sick. Oh, okay, that's number 3. I said we'd get to 7 by the time the stream ended, so we're on number 3 now. No, I'm not getting on to you. I knew it was going to happen a bunch. That's all. Wandering Crusader came in. Alden came in. You came in. Okay, I'm going to need to stop. Look, I am extremely mature. I can hear... Kara's not even on, and I can hear him laughing his butt off at that. Because I am extremely mature. See, I could be a LuTuber. I just need to be the VTuber part as well, right? No. Oh dear goodness. I get something to drink. What's the, you talking to me? You must be talking to me. Yep. And in Kara's case, he does actually laugh out loud. I've heard this playlist way too many times, my friend. Entirely too many times. Oh, goodness. Nah, I love it. The whole thing is just shy of 5.5 hours long. I can actually use how many times it's gone through to figure out, just by hearing, how long the stream has been going. 2 cycles means in the stream, you're about to hit YouTube's limit. YouTube is about to cut you off. It used to be a little bit longer, but 2 songs are copyright claimed. Once again, like I was saying with about Skyrim, it's because YouTube thinks that that song itself is a cover of a cover. I don't pretend to understand. Look, I don't know. Good times. Good times. To be fair, these are covers of the actual Toho music itself. Yeah, these are Toho songs. Yeah, no. It's 3. This is the Arch Gatling gun. It's great. It's fantastic. Arch Gatling gun. Exactly like that. did, however, splurge just a teeny tiny little bit, itty bitty bit, and picked up some online-only Tau models, because I'm trying to move the army into having, right now it's almost entirely battlesuits, at least the good stuff is. I'm trying to move it towards being able to play infantry as an alternate mode, and means actually getting some more infantry, other than just pathfinders for blocking the field, which is what they're being used for right now. So I picked up the Tau equivalent of a Vindicare assassin. It's their precision sniper. Well, I think all snipers are precision, you know what I mean. They hit 5 feet, 60 inches away, so 5 feet away, and they have precision. They have more attacks, but the attacks are less likely to hit, and that's because they have drones doing it. You'd think the drone would be better than the best human when it comes to shooting, the Vindicare assassin, but no, apparently not. The drones, they all suck by comparison, but they're not as good. They do also have stealth and lone op though, so that's nice. And infiltrator! It's crazy! Oh goodness. Oh jeez. This looks wrong. One of you did not go all the way in. Alright, I think we have to stretch to make that one, if that's what she said. Oh dear. The nun and the priest of... Yes! Oh dear goodness. Hold on, wait a sec. I was hyped just for the existence of Artorias, because I played Dark Souls 1. I was commenting to CJ that they're going to have to give him an updated movement set, because the games have given you so many better movement options since Dark Souls 1 that if they just did the base Artorias, he would be a field boss. He wouldn't even be all that hard. If you ever get around to playing, now that you've played Night Rain, when you go and play Dark Souls one of these days, unfortunately you are going to feel quite handicapped, because you can't jump. You certainly don't have jumping attacks. Well, you do. You have dropping it. Not really. You can't run in every direction while locked on. You can only run forward. I wish they didn't even fix that in the remaster, which, good God, I hate it. Please use a mod. Let's see, what else? Oh geez, what else? It's staggering an enemy is done based not on an invisible stance amount that you're doing, but on the amount of damage done in a short amount of time. Which lets you, if you really know what you're doing, it lets you stun lock bosses, even late game bosses. I don't know, it's just weird. It feels very clunky compared to the new ones, and that's because it is. They gave you more options, but they expect more of you. They give you more options in later games, but they expect more of you as well, because they did that. I mean, heck, they gave us Bell-Bearing Hunter. Dancer of the Boreal Valley would be much harder in Dark Souls 1, just because of your relatively restricted movement. Okay, here we go. Comparatively restricted movement. Which is not necessarily a criticism. I mean, it is of the remaster, I guess, but they learned and they gave you more as the games went on. In Dark Souls 1, you couldn't run while locked on except running directly towards the enemy. And that was probably to prevent you from, if I had to guess, prevent you from running with your back turned or causing them to have to make another run animation, a backwards run animation, which would probably look silly. In Dark Souls 2, you can run while locked on in 4 directions. Actually, I think it's 8 directions. Sorry, I think it's 8 directions. In Dark Souls 3, you can run while locked on in any direction. That does mean that you can lock on, run away from the enemy, turn your back, and get hit. But, you know, the answer is don't get hit, right? Just don't get hit. Easy, right? Okay. There isn't a backwards combat run, which, in retrospect, that actually sounds like a pretty cool Ashavor. A backwards combat run, a slide back that lets you keep your shield up. That would be pretty sick. It would be a little bit useless because Bloodhound Step already exists, and so it sort of invalidates that, but as a, it wouldn't be so bad. Maybe it could be like Kick, where it doesn't cost you any stamina, or not any stamina, any FP. Certain Ashes of War, like Kick and Parry, are so basic that they don't cost you anything to use. And both of those are actually seeing a lot of play in PvP because they deal with shielding players a lot. Fair enough. Hey Splats, what's up? I never had the guts to show my carpet on stream. Vacuuming the same patch for 4 hours just to make sure it looked nice. Hey, you're alright. Fun fact, not carpet. This is, I don't even know what this material is. I'm just going to say stone. I don't know specifically what it is. In order to make this palatable, in order to make this not woefully uncomfortable, I just, you know, have, how many layers do I have here? It's 3, right? 1. So it's 3 blankets. The bottom one you can't see. This is number 2, this tan one over here. And then number 3 is this green one that makes it look partially invisible. However, this one does not cover the whole thing. I wish it did. I could redo it to cover the whole thing. I guess I don't care too terribly much about this. I should. It's asymmetrical. I should. Yeah, I should. Let me fix it up at some point. What time is it? It's almost 10 o'clock. Okay. Because of work, I do need to pick up the pace just a wee little bit. Hope you enjoy the jazz, by the way. I certainly do, obviously. Does it matter? Yeah, no, but I did line it up the same way that I have it in the image. So that's good. Well, that's fine. In case it matters. Technically, I could make it look different than what I see in the image. It's fine. Oh well, it's fine. So both of the weapons are done, sort of. I'll need to add magnets, because of course I will. Okay, 4 and 3. What was it I said earlier? Pick up the pace? Maybe a little bit. There we go. And 3 is, oh, corresponds to either arm. Alright, and then if that's 3, where's number 4? Aha, there you are. I love that rolling bass, by the way. You've planned this out, maybe, a little bit. Me planning? No, Toe Jazz, very nice. Hey, thank you. We were talking about people getting into Toho from the music scene. I wouldn't know anything about that. If that is the correct way. Oh, I see, they're different pieces. Okay, cool. We're good. Making sure, you know, measure twice, cut once. Or in this case, cement once. Measure twice, cement once. I'm sure that'll catch on. Bass. There we go. Cement. Let me melt this part right I know that's a mistake. They made a bit of a mistake there, and oops. It's fine, it still works. 2 and 1. Okay. Here. Try not to let go of this piece because I cemented both sides. Here we are. I'm gonna turn into an ASMR stream if I'm not careful. Someone out there would like that. I should know my audience, maybe. The Tau went through the trouble of giving these things fingers. Goodness knows why. I can imagine the council of high ethereals consulting with the Earthcast to figure out how they want to make them. Why do they need fingers? Because I felt like it. Okay. Makes as much sense as anything else we've done. Alright then. So, to match the alignment that I have with you... heck it? Yeah, heck it. I like that. Heck it is a good game plan. Alright now. There we go. Get this little ring as well. A little overkill here. Evangeline and I are going to go over to our game shop, game store, this weekend. Can't pick anything up just yet, but it'll give us a chance to put together something of a wish list, and I think that they have an event going on. Make sure I have this done the right way. I do, he says. Alright, and click. Push the button. Let's do it all the way up, I say. I have to hold this one pretty hard for a while. It's doesn't seem like it wants to cooperate. Hold on. We go almost all the way. Nah, that's mostly covered up. It's mostly covered. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll just paint over it. No one's going to notice. Plus, if these parts are touching, it'll have a little bit more structural integrity, right? Be harder to break. This is, however, a terrible idea if I want to change the pose later. So, better be sure about it. Well, better be sure about it, he says. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I like it. I like it. I don't like it, I love it. Alright, cool, cool. Yeah. Wow. Alright, 9 and 10. Here you are. Oh, you also missed the funny conversation earlier about fish monkeys. Unless Senator's here, I think everyone... Luna might still be here. I almost hope that Luna's sleeping though, because time zones. Time zones are fun. If you're here, Kara, you know Piwo's time zone? Yeah, Luna's in the same one. So, sleep, what is that? What is that? I wouldn't be surprised if I actually have more people from that time zone that watch me than from any time zone, any other time zone aside from Eastern Standard Time. At least as far as chatter's concerned, I'm sure that that's true. Chatters are concerned, I mean. Alright. Here we go. Yeah. Alright. Good. Test it out first. Foist. Make sure it's all good. Should be all good. Hold on. Yeet. There we go. I'm just fixing my chat, that's all. My YouTube dashboard did not scroll. It's probably my fault. When in doubt, probably my fault. There we go. There we go. I'm supposed to wait on this. But where's the fun in that, right? Let's see. So while that's drying, it should be other side actually. Good. I could do it the same way. Actually, I might just have both of them as high up as they can go. Let's see. Hello now. There we go. Hope that this is it's still not as close as I've seen people have these way the camera's way closer so people can get a better view at it, and that is probably the way to do it. I don't really have a good setup for that though. If I had a desk perhaps, it might be easier to make that work. As it is though, not really a convenient place to put the camera to get a look at that. I've tried to rig something like that for what would you say, for the painting streams I've done with Evangeline. Kind of works a little bit. Kind of. Sort of. Make sure to go over that. Alright. Before I attach these, I need to drill. Well, okay, the shield I can do now without drilling. Alright, we can manage that. Okay, so right arm gets to have the shield this time. Yeah, okay, alright. That piece is 11. Quick and easy. Good times. Ooh, hold on. Oh, YouTube. I love you, YouTube. I said, okay, I love you, YouTube. You're the best. Yeah, it's fine. YouTube is the worst platform except for all the others. That's how I see it. Sorry, Twitch. For right now, we'll pick up the rest here in just a quick second. Firstly, go. Yeah, this is the correct orientation. And it has a little groove that it's supposed to fit in just nicely. Nice and tight. No, I know. Lol. Alright. Whale. Hold on. There we go. But whatever reason, I decided to screw it on really, really tightly. Perfect. Should be all that I need for it. All you need is love. Alright. Perfect. No reason to squeeze the life out of it, I just feel like it. Get most of it out of here. Put a tiny little bit of it there, and a little bit more than a bit of it there. Use a tiny amount of liquid cement to flatten down some raised parts. Ever so slight, not much. You can indeed overdo it. Pretty easily. Okay. Now, let's see. Shield first. Shield is 66. Yes, I reach to my left with my right hand and my right with my left hand. The joy of being weirdly ambidextrous. Alright, I don't know. I don't get it either. One sec. Sorry about that. 65 as well, because that was 66. Here's 65. Alright. Bop. Alright. Alright. Is that how it fits? Are we sure about that? Yeah, that is how it fits. Okay, well, if you say so, and you know so. Alright, here we are. Get a load of this guy. More than enough. Gracious, more than enough, but better too much than too little, I guess. Alright, when it comes to this sort of thing anyway. And then, with this raised up, we have 67, 69, and 68. Also, I said the two funny numbers. There we go, so 67 first, just to do it in the order that it has on here. Here. Oh dear. Alright. That's 7. This is 8. Anyone know why 6 was afraid of 7? It's because 7, 8, 9. I'll be here all week. Unfortunately. It's fine. Okay, and then 69. Here we go. Should have the same, yep, alignment. So get them lined up the way that they have it. Ay, ay, ay. Now. I'm not exactly sure how these are supposed to work. They can go anywhere, but there's definitely a way it's supposed to work, I'm sure. For example, these have tiny spacers on them to prevent you from having the pieces too close to one another. I think that I see how it wants me to do it. I think. Do this one first, I suppose. It's pretty quick and easy, cut and dry. Or so it seems anyway. Alright, so just this one I will have to hold in place for a bit though. Alright. You know, I said I was going to take a break ages ago. Pro tip, don't get liquid cement on your jeans. Make sure that they are parallel to one another, because I'm not OCD, I swear. I'm not actually, but I'm just a perfectionist. Alright, and then there was one. As long as this doesn't touch, let's make sure that the... Yes, then make sure that the gap is parallel. The walls of the gap are parallel. That's the way to do it. Sure, okay. Little bit of overkill, but that's fine. That's fine. Alright. Just eyeballing it here. That's okay. Alright. And then we can put this piece right in. Alright. Was confused for a moment. Not for a good reason. Me, I'm a smart. Me, I'm a smart. Alright. Alright, there we go. Have its shield generator on. And we can even attach this one. So choose. Aside from the weapon, which does need to be magnetized, let's see. Let's see. What else is even left? The head. I guess we could do the head first. Oh, right. The pop components. I haven't done anything for those. I haven't magnetized those yet. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to finish this one tonight. Not finish as in fully magnetized. It's not that far from it, but not yet. Not yet. Okay. I also just realized I have 2 spots to... Wait. What weapons can you put down here? I could have actually magnetized some weapons on the shield arm. I guess I still could, but goodness, that is going to be tough. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, no. We'll make a separate stream for all the drilling. Oh, good times. I guess in the meantime, there's the head, and this should be dry enough that I can test some poses. Yeah, we're not cementing this, we're drying it, we're drilling it first. Okay, well then, yeah, just the head. Make sure that my Riptide heads look the same, because I like for them to be consistent. Alright, so we're looking for, is that... $33. Okay. Oh, it's a little stuck. Just a little stuck, that's all. Oh. 27. Let's see. Alright. Alright. Ooh, there we go. I know what that is. 33. There we are. That's the one. I'd like for all of them to look like they come from the same army, so having them with the same headgear makes sense to me. If nothing else. Okay, let's see. I guess it's a good thing that I haven't actually drilled on, or primed you yet. You still have a ways to go, don't you? Don't you, buddy? Yes, you do. So this one gets played twice. It's the same exact song, it's just on 2 of the albums for some reason. I could not tell you why. I guess I'm not complaining, it's a great song. It also definitely comes in a fighting game as well. I can't think of what that game is. I know it does because I heard it in a Core A gaming video. Yes, that is the standard that we're using here. Alright, so then the antenna is... Which one are we using? Ah, number 30. Okay. 30, there you are. Before I end the stream in a little bit, I hope that you all are doing alright. I hope you've enjoyed it. For whatever that's worth, I hope that you've enjoyed it. I have. It's exactly like that. Easy enough. Little bit much. That's okay. Alright. And then what did I do for the other side again? Nothing, right? Not a dang thing. Should let that dry for a moment. I think that I'm going to have this one facing directly forward. I think that makes good sense. So the legs are not actually aligned as well as I would have liked. It's fine, it's not the end of the world or anything, but it's okay. It still looks kind of cool. I was meaning for it to look as if it were sliding along the ground, but it's angled such that both feet are not touching the ground, a level plane, but it's fine. It's fine. Level plane with its head's orientation. That's alright. It still looks cool. Ballin'. Alright, come on now. Hey there, buddy. There you go. That's probably the last one for right now. Just getting magnets later. I'm not even sure that I'm going to do... Hey, you know what? I can magnetize this guy next stream and then spend time working on the smaller minis, right? Smaller. The Cadre Fireblade, Darkstalker, and Commander Shadowsun. Or just Cadre Fireblade. Darkstalker and Darkstrider, excuse me, Darkstalker. Darkstrider and Shadowsun are, what would you call them? Epic heroes? Cadre Fireblade is just a character. The difference being that you can only run one of the epic heroes, one each. You can run more than one in your army, but only one of each, so only one Shadowsun. But I could run 2 Cadre Fireblades if I felt like it. You can still see space behind it, but that'll probably get covered up anyway when we prime it. Just to be safe, though, add the tiniest little bit back here. Alright. Here we go. Just being a perfectionist for no reason. You know, as one does. Okay. I'll undo it for the 50th time. Cement that seam down. dip it. Be sure to wipe off the excess. This stuff smells so strong. Well, Luna says if ever I have kids of my own and they happen to be girls, I'm going to do the astrology thing and name them after their signs, gemstones, just to annoy you. What a way to end this stream. No. I know you're messing with me. You're messing with me. Hey, that's our job, to mess with each other. Alright? Okay. This is not to fight. I'm not popping my knuckles like that. This is, oh my goodness, I haven't popped my knuckles in a while. Think gemstones make for good girls' names? Amethyst is a good example, yep. To be fair, that's not as bad as naming their Gemini or an actual star sign, a zodiac sign. And Sapphire, Ruby, and Emerald are also not especially common and all very pretty. Alright. That's as much as I think I should do right now. I can go for longer with drilling them, but I shouldn't. I should stop, get some sleep, I'll get some dinner, and get some sleep, and I can finish this up some other time. Maybe Thursday. Maybe. My heart goes out to any girls named Topaz. You know... Oh wait, no, I know a girl named Topaz. It might be an African American. The only example I have is a black girl here in the States, so African American. Only example I have from back in college. Well, she was pretty, so it worked. Pretty name certainly doesn't hurt. Let me just, hey, can I just put both guns together like this? Can I just MacGyver my way into having two guns, please? Okay, this is the stupidest thing, but it works way better than it should. I'm not going to do that. That would be ridiculous. But I could do the thing where you put all the different guns together and then say, "Where's your god now?" Just like that. All right. And yeah, I realize I also have magnets to put onto you as well. I could just make that a stream, just magnetize them on Thursday, because I have a collab tomorrow. I was about to say today, but it's not that late. I have a collab tomorrow, playing Ultimate Chicken Horse with Kara, Piwo, and Mira the Lobster, whom I had not heard of until yesterday, before yesterday. Weirdest gemstone to name a girl after? Okay, let me look up what the... well, let me look at what they are. Gemstone months. Alright, let's see. Birthstone chart. Garnet. Already. Garnet. Let's see. They are, so collectively, if it will load for me, this is teeny tiny itsy bitsy. They are too small for me to read on that. That is also pretty dang small. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm going to cheat. Let's make it bigger. There we maybe go. Hopefully. You know, it should be. Can't be that much smaller. Oh my god. Load. It is smaller. And also doesn't have their names. Why did I think this was a good idea? Okay. Sweet baby Jeebus. Okay. Garnet, Amethyst, Aquamarine, Diamond, Emerald, Alexandrite. Okay, never mind. That might be the new winner. Ruby, Iridot, or Spinal. Spinal. Spinal is the worst, but you could just go with Peridot instead. Tourmaline, Topaz, Citrine. Really? Topaz, Tanzanite, Turquoise. Peridot and Alexandrite, I don't remember. I thought that one of the months was Pearl, but I'm apparently wrong. Pearl is not a birthstone. It's not a gemstone, but I thought that it got in there anyway. So the answers, Alexandrite sounds like, why would you name your presumably daughter, that instead of Alexandria. That seems like the low-hanging fruit. And in Peridot, I don't even know. Tourmaline. Tourmaline. No, that's the winner. Tourmaline. Please don't. Don't do that. You have Ruby, Emerald, Sapphire, Amethyst, Aquamarine, Topaz apparently. Diamond is a name, but I don't remember if I've heard Diamond as a first name before. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it exists, but I don't remember having heard that. I don't know. Aquamarine sounds lovely. Aqua for short. Most useless daughter ever. Dang. True though. No. No. Oh, Aqua. Oh, Konosuba. Oh, that one co-op build that I have in Elden Ring. Okay. That should do it. We're gonna say that'll be it for right now. Alright, that'll be it for right now. Let me see whom we can raid. Who is live right now? Because I'm assuming that, well, no, Kara is not. Kara is who I had previously, but Kara's not. And the answer is literally just Hungrybox and ESA speedruns. So we're going to go watch Hungrybox. Hungrybox is a professional Smash player. Cashbox 3, he's running his own tournaments. The Return of Melee. Dang, okay, we're going to watch Super Smash Bros. Melee. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. That sounds pretty decent, I'd like to think, maybe. Oh my goodness. Plague Doc sent a message a while ago that I missed. 40k end times ever happens, Angron better be stuck in Korn's realm, perpetually getting killed in every possible way by Gazgul, who's grown to Kork's size. Yes. Yes, please. As long as Slaanesh ends up getting murdered again, I'd be okay with that. Everyone else can stay the same. I just want Slaanesh to go. The one god, the newest god, ending up being the shortest lived god, sounds pretty fun by me. I would like that, personally. I'm also pretty biased. I hate Slaanesh. Yep, that'll do it. Just leave these on the top, I guess. And that'll do it for right now. For right now, I guess. In the meantime, for Twitch, let's say Unseelie. Seelie is only on Twitch. It does not stream to YouTube, unfortunately. Should, but whatever. I have no room to judge. Unironic Slaanesh Enjoyer. Okay now. Okay now. I hate the kind of super hyper ultra mega turbo caffeinated electro rejuvenated hedonism that Slaanesh represents. Yeah, okay. Let's see, but yeah. Why do I need to show you my birth certificate? I assure you I've been born at some point. Okay, now. Okay. Alright, I will let you all go. Alright. Take care, everyone. I'll see you next time. See you tomorrow for a collab with Piwo, Kara, and Mira. That'll be fun. And then we'll get back to working on this on Thursday. Hey. Kara, you are still here. Love Slaanesh. You were here. Hey, thank you for the lurk. It has so many possibilities, but they never do so. Expecting the Ogre Kingdom's kind of character. It's a... Slaanesh is cool as a character, but it's a personal philosophy of mine that makes it the one that I dislike the most. It's the god of OnlyFans prostitutes. Naturally, it's going to be my natural enemy. No, it's actually that too, but it's the super turbo mega ultra caffeinated, electro rejuvenated, whatever the rest of what I said was, hedonism. You know, the guy that tries to not live like that, I suppose. Oh dear. Alright. Yeah. Anyway. Take care, everyone. I will see you all later. Oh, and say hi to Hungrybox for me, please. Alright. Bye-bye. Woo!